Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make an easy, delicious almond flour pancake. Now this is a fantastic recipe for anybody who's looking for a keto-friendly, low-carb, grain and or gluten-free pancake. And it's also a great option if you want a pancake recipe that is slower to digest and won't affect blood sugar levels the same as a traditional pancake. Now this is a very simple recipe and you can easily scale the recipe up if you wanted to make these for meal prep and then store them in an airtight container where they will happily last in your fridge for up to 5 days and in the freezer for up to 3 months. So first things first, I'm gonna start by combining my wet ingredients, starting with 1/3 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Although you could really use any type of milk that you prefer or have on hand, they will all get the job done. Then I have 1 whole egg, which could also be 2 egg whites, and or if you want to keep this recipe plant-based, I did test out a chia egg and it works, but do keep in mind that the pancakes are a little bit denser and, dare I say, a little gummier. Then I have a tablespoon of maple syrup. If you're going keto, you might want to sub that for a sugar-free maple syrup option. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll gently whisk that together using my fork. Then I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to combine my dry ingredients. So first up is 1 cup of almond flour. Now, if you're not familiar with almond flour, it is simply flour made up of ground up almonds. So it is naturally high in protein, high in healthy fats, and low in carbohydrates. And it also has this beautiful, mild, sweet, nutty flavor to it that works really well for pancakes. Now, I prefer a super fine almond flour that blanches the almonds first. And all that means is that they take the almond skins off of the almonds before they grind the flour up. And it's very easy to see the difference between an unblanched and a blanched almond flour. This one over here, you can see it has a dark speckly color to it. This was ground up with the almond skins on, while the blanched almond flour looks lighter in color and has the appearance of a fine sand. And I will of course link to my favorites down in the description box below if you want to check them out. So into the bowl goes 1 cup of finely ground almond flour along with 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch, which is also called tapioca flour. Now this is a starchy, slightly sweet flour that comes from the cassava plant, and it works really well as a thickener. And I find whenever I'm making a grain-free pancake like we are today, this really helps the pancake to be a little bit sturdier and a little bit heartier. Then I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a fat pinch of sea salt. I'll gently whisk all of my dry ingredients together and then add the wet ingredients right into the dry ingredients and stir this until I have a nice, thick, hearty pancake batter. And you're gonna see it's gonna look just like this. Then to cook my pancakes, I have a nice large non-stick saute pan that's heating up over a medium heat. You wanna be mindful not to let the heat get too high, because if it's too hot, the outside of the pancakes are gonna cook too quickly and it's not gonna give the inside of the pancake time to catch up. So keep it at a medium heat, medium low, depending on your stove, and you can kind of judge it as you go. Once my pan is hot, I like to get just a little bit of coconut oil into the pan. You could use butter, ghee, whatever you prefer, and then just rub that around the pan so it has a nice light coating, just to make sure that nothing sticks. Then I'm going to scoop up some of my batter and we'll get it right into that hot pan. I like to help shape them just a little bit, get a nice little circle. And then I will repeat that. You can get about 3 to 4 pancakes in a 10 to 12 inch pan. Once they're all in there, just give them 1.5 to 2 minutes. You're gonna see that they start to set up on the sides and they kind of round a bit like this. So then you just want to get under them. I like to kind of shimmy my spatula underneath, and I'll also sometimes move the pan around to help me get the right angle. Then just get up under there and flip them over. Then they'll cook for another 1 to 2 minutes. You're just looking for a beautiful golden brown color and for the pancakes to be cooked throughout. You can repeat that until you've worked through all of your batter. This recipe is gonna get you anywhere between 6 to 8 pancakes, so it's really perfect for 2 people. And again, if you wanted to scale it up, it's very easy to do. Just double or triple the ingredients. As for toppings, you can of course go with whatever your favorite is, but personally, I love to keep it traditional with this almond flour pancake, and I just add a little pat of pastured butter right over the top, and then a drizzle of maple syrup. These are so good. Light, fluffy, sweet, divine. That is so good.